Hello and welcome to my brother me and advice show for the Modern Era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis Big Dog Woof Woof McElroy.
I'm your sweet baby brother, Griffin McElroy, and I don't know that I have the same level of energy as my two brothers. But I'll do my best.
Rarely
Get it together. I mean, here's what I'll say.
Okay.
I watched Jungle Cruise.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
But I don't feel like I saw it. And here's why.
Because you experienced it in your blood?
It's bad.
What?
It's negative. And honestly, I blame the filmmakers and Diz. I blame Bob Chapek all the way down. The whole Diz family. I blame them. Because 10 minutes into this fucking flick,
Right.
Giamatti pops up.
You're fucking kidding me.
Now, my kids, obviously, from that point on, that's all they can talk about.
Big Giamatti fans.
Dad, when's Giamatti coming back?
Yeah. When's
Dad,
the G-Man back? When's the
Dad,
G-Man
what's
back?
with Giamatti's accent? Dad, do you think Giamatti made scale for this, or do you think it's a payday?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or do you think it was a favor to
Do you
The Rock?
think he shot out in one day, or do you think he was there for
Exactly.
a while? Yeah.
Do you think they just gang shot all the Giamatti stuff, Daddy?
Right.
And then it's like 30 minutes into this fucker, and Giamatti's it's not hiding her hair.
Yeah.
Of Giamatti, and there ain't a lot
Not
of
even
go around already.
Not
my
even
man.
a post-credit sequence.
Not even a hint that like Giamatti will return.
No, wait.
You know?
In Jungle Cruise 2, Jungle 2s.
You don't even get that bit where he reaches in and grabs the gauntlet and he puts it on and he slides some infinity gems in it and he's like, looks like it's time for Giamatti to go to work.
You know, what was interesting to me is, so I watched it, and my 18-month-old daughter, all she was wondering was like, we haven't seen Giamatti in a while. How much of this is makeup? Was something she kept asking. Like, it's been a while since I've seen Giamatti. You know, how much of that is just his look now? Because not all of it's bad, frankly.
The problem is with COVID interrupting, they had to do a lot of it with computers. So about 70% of it is CGI Matti.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hey guys, CGI Matti.
No, it's better when you say it faster, honestly. The first
CGI
time.
Matti.
CGI Matti.
CGI Matti.
There you go. You know, and Dot kept asking me, like, how much of this do you think is just Giamatti's single shot with him, like, looking at a tennis ball that then they, like, cut together with the rock scenes? How much was he on set in these scenes? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of single shots, you know, not a lot of doubles.
Yeah, it's like Sky Captain in the world of Giamatti.
Yeah, right.
And that's the episode title of today's episode. And we got that out 2 minutes
He didn't even fly out, from what I heard.
Oh, yeah. All
Fucked
He
up.
didn't even fly out. Here's what happened. Giamatti put on one of those tennis ball mocap suits.
Yeah.
Right.
And they said, Giamatti, we can do it with ping pong balls. And he said, no, I only work with tennis balls.
No, I only work with tennis balls because I want my movements to be very specific.
Yeah.
You know exactly
So the
where I am
balls need
all
to
the
be
time.
much larger and yellower.
But he didn't do this movie specifically. So what Giamatti did, and this is smart,
Yeah.
he stood in front of a camera and said every word.
Yeah. In the dictionary, not just English.
Yeah. Giamatti said all the words.
Every
Because
word.
China's the future.
Yeah. And he also
You know
did
what I
all
mean?
the...
China's the future of entertainment.
He did all the movements, too.
And he was nude T-posing the entire time. He was fully naked.
Tennis balls glued to his nude body.
Right, and he just said, and just use this however you want.
Yeah, and he kept
whatever,
saying, I'm nude, glued, and totally rude, which was
kept
weird.
saying that over and over again.
75 years after his death, Paul Giamatti will be the only actor that is in the public domain.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can use a Giamatti performance in anything.
Welcome to the Library of Congress. Let me show you around. I'm Hollow Giamatti.
You can use him to basically advertise anything at that point.
True. I didn't see the fucking flick. But
Yeah.
it? I have been on the Jungle Cruise ride.
Yeah.
So is the most of the film Dwayne cutting up, pointing at things in
Yes.
the water?
Hey, bud. I know that you're having some fun here, but this is the danger of having fun when you don't have the context. It's a lot of the movie.
It's absolutely.
It's like a lot.
It is one of the most accurate theme park ride 2 movie adaptations I have ever seen.
So much of it is a Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
First of all, it is. You would expect the cruise to be the first half hour, right?
No.
No. There's probably more Jungle Cruise in this than there are pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Absolutely. You know how in Pirates of the Caribbean, when they made the movie, if you've seen it 9 times in theaters, which I did, there will be like little winks at the ride where it's like, oh, now the pirates are trying to tempt the dog with a bone, right? It's like with Jungle Cruise, they said, what if we did that, but it's hints at a movie within the ride adaptation that we made? And like, to the point where like I felt at one point that much like they do sometimes, like where Disney would be like, we stared at lions for 2 weeks before making Lion King. I imagine that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson rode Jungle Cruise endlessly for like a week to prepare for this role because he is nailing it.
I did deadass read that he led some Jungle Cruise rides. He did.
Yes.
Which, like, how lucky do you have? That is some Make-A-Wish shit like right there.
Okay. But here's the problem with what you just said is it's not true.
Oh, it's not?
No, but here's the weird thing about it. I watched this Jungle Cruise. It's like behind the attraction or whatever, right?
Yes.
So of course, I'm loving that.
Right.
Living for it. And The Rock said to prepare for this role, I've actually led several Jungle Cruises.
This is what I saw.
Okay, but here's the thing that he said right after that. In this special, and he says, and if you're wondering why you never saw anybody talking about The Rock doing that, it's because it all happened in my mind.
Oh, that's interesting, Dwayne. So
isn't that interesting?
So Dwayne,
Isn't that interesting?
So, like, you can picture him, like, sitting in his bathtub, eyes closed, like, just pointing. And he has, like, put little, like, tape marks everywhere where he's supposed to point. And he's practiced until he can just nail it, eyes closed every time. And if someone walked into the room, they would get really worried about The Rock.
Yeah.
It's just what he's...
just like laying in bed, surrounded by his crystals, and just saying like, "And there's the back of the water," and everybody's like, "Yeah!" And
I need to know how complete the visualization was. You know, like to what extent was Dwayne, imagining all of it, every second of it? Did he do the cue? Because it can get up there,
It can, sure.
Did he picture himself as a scrawny teenager leading it with a little bit of apathy, frankly?
Possible. Hey, is there a scene in the movie where Dwayne points over the side of the boat and is like, and there's check out that wily witch doctor with his shrunken head. That's no way to get ahead in business. And then Emily Blunt is sitting in the front of the boat and she's like, this feels bad. Like, that feels
not quite that, Griffin, but not far off.
Like, this feels like a pretty problematic portrayal. Like, I'm not here to tell you your job, The Rock, but even the Disney ride is starting to sort of leave some of this stuff on the old cutting room floor.
Hey guys, I don't want you to think I'm fucking with you, so I just went ahead while we were sitting here having some fun. I queued up this exact joint because I want you to hear it.
Cool.
I have had a chance to skipper many Jungle Cruise boats over the years in multiple parks.
Whoa, hopefully not like this.
And you're probably thinking, wow, I don't remember ever seeing you there, Rock.
Huh, he's absolutely right.
Of course you didn't, because it all happened in my mind.
And
it's so good.
It's one of the wilder things I've ever heard a human being, rock or non-rock, say. You know, it's like, it's a very wild thing to say from The Rock.
And can I tell you, with that context, Justin, thank you very much. It's not like he's saying, in preparing for this role, I pictured myself. He says in multiple parks over the years.
Why even add that detail?
It's such a specific. It would be as though he said, I remember actually it was July 13th, 2017. I did one.
That's when I did the Tokyo Disney one.
I did Tokyo Disney July 13th of 2017.
Yeah, whenever I get really stressed out on set, I just close my eyes and picture myself leading one of the Jungle Cruises. Jungle Cruise, take me away. Oh, God.
I just don't know why that would be the case. I'm so happy it was the case, but I don't know why it would be the case. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys seen the clip of Emily Blunt and The Rock doing like a press tour, press day for a Jungle Cruise, and like a reporter asked him about Vin Diesel talking about like getting the best performance out of The Rock through like confrontation.
Did we not talk about that?
We talked about this.
Did we?
After the
and then Emily Blunt
talked. I told you this, but it was after the episode.
We hate that the two of them are fighting. And it makes us so sad that we don't.
Well, they're the Pacino and that other guy of the modern day. You know what I mean?
But Bambino?
Yeah, Pacino and Bambino.
This is, of course, an advice show.
I only want to talk about The Rock imagining that he's The Rock. He looks like that. His body's crazy and strong, and he's affable and charming,
incredible
and famous,
body,
and an incredible body. And he also has dream visions where he is the skipper of the Jungle Cruise ride at Disney at several parks.
Griffin, you've made me realize over the years, you've made me realize that, like, while many a celeb, by putting on perhaps a low-hanging hat and some sunglasses, might be led on a VIP experience through a park and ride the Jungle Cruise. When you are a living mountain, as The Rock is, you have to imagine that it's tough to blend in. He might have never been able to ride it.
What could The Rock do? I'm not detracting from The Rock, who is, I think, more of a movie star first and an actor second. So I'm not trying to denigrate his talent. He absolutely has his superpowers. That said, what could The Rock do to where he could host your Jungle Cruise ride, and you would not instantly just be like, "Is everyone seeing this? The Rock is in charge of my Jungle Cruise ride." Like, I think what you're actually seeing is like, they would probably do that, right? You don't even have to write your own gags. You choose from a selection of different gags to be a Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, you think
skipper.
The Rock would do that? You think The Rock would stay on script? Just
no. I'm just saying it's not that hard. You know what I mean? Like, The Rock could do it. They would write some gags for him if he was nervous about it. It doesn't seem like he would be, but I'm saying it would be doable. But like, he can't. And this is sort of what's sad about this is it's a prison.
Yes.
The Rock's life
He's trapped in a beautiful prison. Yeah.
Yes.
He could do this and he has the juice to get it done, but he actually couldn't because people would be hurling themselves into the boat like a fucking scene from World War Z.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Just like catapulting themselves into this Jungle Cruise boat I'd swim up to the next one. You know, if I see The Rock through the backside of water,
stay away.
In another boat, I'm jumping out.
Going down. Baby. It's going down for real. Yeah. It's got to be so rough for him to be on the Jungle Cruise, and by the Jungle Cruise, I mean any entertainment experience ever. And he's sitting there, and the skipper's like, "And look over there at that hippo. Those hippos don't lie." And The Rock is like, "I'm stronger than this person. I'm funnier than this person. I'm more handsome than this person.
Charismatic. I'm affable. I'm more philanthropic, I bet."
The Rock is saying, I should be the skipper because I'm stronger, faster, smarter, and funnier than this person. But also, everybody else on the boat is like, I'm having fun on the Jungle Cruise with my dipshit kids, but fuck, wouldn't it be so much cooler if The Rock, who is sitting across from me, was doing the skip? Like, it's wild they're not letting him skip this one since he was the guy in the movie.
Yeah, why isn't Disney let Johnny Depp hide out in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Maybe one of the pirates.
Right.
Why aren't they letting The Rock
live there?
It sucks.
Man. The poor The Rock, man. It's such a bummer. He should be allowed to
do what he wants.
Just let him do what he wants. If he wants to do the boat, just let him do it.
I trust him. This is the thing, too, of like sometimes, you know, like if you're ever getting on the tram ride at Universal or you're getting the Jungle Cruise, where so much of it is about, man, even like a fucking ghost tour, I would love to have the ride. I'd love to have The Rock lead anything. But you get on it and it's like, well, the ride is the same every time. It's all about the energy that the host is bringing to. If I saw that it was The Rock, I would be like, oh, fuck it. Strap in, everybody.
Yeah.
This is going to change our lives. This is going to be like senior year of high school level, like change our lives, everybody. Everyone in this boat is going to want to exchange contact information so that 10 years from now, we can talk to each other.
Like, we didn't dream it, did we? It really happened.
It was real, right? What happened to you? Oh, after that, I cleaned up. I got my life together.
That was the kick in the pants that I've been waiting for.
That's what I needed. I called Deborah. I got her back. We're a happy family again.
Got my kids back from The Rock, who'd been watching them, and that was so chill of him.
I really appreciated that.
You know, honey, I've been thinking, I think actually The Rock should be the dad of our children because he's stronger than you are and smarter and funnier and cooler.
I have raised children in all the Disney parks over the years, and it all happened in my mind.
Yeah. Hey, honey, you know how we met and fell in love on that jungle cruise that The Rock led? Maybe we should ask him to officiate. No, we should ask him to be your best man. Well, maybe we should ask him to be the groom. Yeah, that sounds great.
That's great.
great
See you later.
Bye.
I've been
Let's be in a throuple with The Rock.
A bunch of marriages in all the parts.
Right.
Over the years.
Yeah, over the years. In my mind. In my mind?
I just love The Rock so much.
Yeah. Let's do some questions. I think The Rock.
Yeah. I don't want. We should have a There should be a name and a specific numeric distinction for like
the event horizon.
Yeah, right. The goof horizon, where it's like, well, if we've talked about it for 20 minutes, at some point it has to be the entire episode.
Yeah,
and I want to cut
war.
off.
It's the war with Grandpa continuum. Yeah,
right. Exactly. This is an advice show. Not a The Rock fan cast.